Hello everyone, and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we have a new boss out on the Pioneer server for Dream Realm, which we're going to be having in Season 6. He is the Sarethiel boss. But even more interesting than that is the top ranking score has been hit by my friend Shadow. He sent me the replay, and he is using a team involving heroes you may not have predicted. And it seems like, as of right now, this could be the top comp for Sarethiel, at least at the pre-endless level. Shadewing is actually being used in this team, and his damage is like 2/3 of the damage of Shamira, and we know how beastly Shamira is for this Dream Realm. Kordan is also being used, and this is using the strategy that we were thinking about, Rainier position swapping Shamira into Kordan's hunting circle to get the value of that attack buff and that damage amplification, and it does seem like that is best. And it's using this Mana Wake spell artifact, attack and haste, and periodically amplify the magic power of all allies, increasing their attack and energy recovery efficiency. After casting the skill a certain number of times, further increases the energy recovery efficiency bonus, so that helps, Shamira with the cycling. And yeah, so just the interesting thing about this team specifically, and it's a short match because we're gonna actually die, like, around 40 seconds into the match because the Sarethiel boss hits really hard. But you're gonna see Shamira permanently in the hunting circle, getting the value of that attack buff, damage amplification. But you guys saw in the damage report that Kordan himself hardly deals much damage. It all is just coming down to his buffing and enabling role. But Shadewing does a lot of damage. And I think, like, Shadewing's damage probably is proccing even off of, like, Shamira's damage or something. Like, generally, I think you can see these marks, which, like, come from above. These two daggers, they're gonna go down and deal that true damage when Shadewing's damage is proccing. So you're gonna see here, the team is basically wiped at, like, 30 seconds into the match. And then eventually even Shamira and Kordan are both gonna go down. But for right now, this is the top performing team. It could be related to the lack of survival, which is definitely happening, and that's going to be affecting what teams are going to be working. And Shadewing, we don't know. It could be specific to this boss, because this boss has very unique mechanics. Also, the fact that the whole team is getting wiped pretty early on. These are all factors which are maybe enabling Shadewing to be good when maybe he wouldn't otherwise be. So when we look at the skills of Sarethiel specifically, his ultimate will just be damage. Locusts just swarm the battlefield, and they deal 50% attack damage per second to all enemies. On top of this, a Mist of Decay summons a Mist of Decay that covers the entire battlefield and permanently affects all enemies. Now, what does this do? So this one will reduce all enemy inflicted HP loss, which is all forms of damage. Any type of damage, physical, magical, true damage, HP loss damage, are all going to be reduced by this effect. That could be a reason that maybe Shadewing is being used where in other bosses maybe not. I don't know. But basically 15 by 1%. At 15 seconds, enhances the mist, reducing all HP loss effect by 10% and causes enemies to lose 20 vitality. 30 seconds, enhances the fist further, reducing HP loss effect by 30%, causing them to lose 70 vitality. Basically, the healing becomes almost nothing at 70 vitality reduction. And at 45 seconds, if you survive that long, then all enemies lose 15% of max health per second, and basically he's going to wipe you out. So this boss is going to kill you early. Like, there's no question about that. Losing 15% of max health per second. Like, that's just on all of your teammates. And their attack speed and haste are reduced by 75. That it's like a massive debuff. Like, at 45 seconds left, it's basically like, okay, you guys are dying. Your score, whatever your score was up until this point, that's basically what you're going to be finishing it off with. And then level 2 is going to be even like, some enhanced HP loss, basically reduction, and from that. So this skill is just crazy. This Mist of Decay skill is insane, and probably will mean that even in an endless standpoint, I don't know, we're probably never going to be able to run the match for the whole 90 seconds, because like 45 seconds in, it's massive damage to your team, and then also that major debuff. Okay, so this is the deific leap. Leaps to the symmetrical position, then leaps back. Each leap deals 180% damage to adjacent enemies and knocks them in there. So this has a crowd control. And then Rotting Spice summons Rotting Spice to impale enemies. Spikes under the 3 frontmost enemies, dealing 250% damage and reducing their physical and magical defense by 15% for 5 seconds. But basically, obviously, there's a very unique boss. However, the fact that Kordan is being in the best team, and also Shadewing is being in the best team, this leads you to maybe consider, and this is what some people are thinking about right now, if you have your swap ticket, you may even want to build up Kordan, swap him to Shadewing, so you have a built Shadewing, and then also build up Kordan again. This may be what some people want to do. Now, I would not recommend it yet. We have plenty of time left on the Kordan banner. Do not be basically hasty in your decision. We have only seen proof of Kordan and Shadewing for one boss, which is Sarethiel. Yesterday was King Croaker on the Pioneer server, and as far as I know, the top team that was shared with me was not using Shadewing, it was not using Kordan. It was just using, like, you know, Thorin, or like maybe Saida, but Rainier, Twins, Shamira, Valara. So basically, it wasn't using Kordan and Shadewing. This boss may be very peculiar, and so, like, even though they're probably best for this boss, they may not be best for other bosses, so we have to wait and see about that. But basically, this is really important information, and something to keep your eye on in the upcoming days. Kordan is looking like to be a hero that probably most people want to build. Shadewing, I don't know. Like, for this boss, he's looking best, but there could be some other better options out there. Obviously, there's limited testing being done on Pioneer. And then also, it could just be one specific boss where he is actually good for, which maybe would be not a reason for you to be, like, you know, really prioritizing his build and maybe just slow building him on wishlist. But we'll wait and see. We'll make more videos about this and, like, you know, my updated recommendations as well. But hopefully this video was helpful for you and also interesting for you. But my overall advice is to wait and see a while longer for sure. VN server is going to be getting the new season tomorrow, and Pioneer, day by day, we're going to be having the different bosses in the rotations, and I will update you guys on the meta. So thank you guys for watching, and thanks to Shadow for sharing the replay with me. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.